Hello, welcome, Devil Snipe here, episode number 25 of our career mode with West Ham in Season 3, and the FA Cup is just around the corner. And with that in mind, we've got to make some severe squad changes. We've got to rotate our players as much as possible to make sure they're as fit as possible, because we have quite a lot of fixtures in a very, very short period of time, which really could scupper any chances of finishing in the top 5 or even perhaps winning the FA Cup, which would be an absolutely great shame. So we're going to have to utilise as many players as we physically can. And it doesn't start off with an easy game. We have to entertain Everton at Upton Park. I'm sure Everton are going to be up for this game, bearing in mind we came from 3-1 down in the FA Cup semi-final to win 4-3 in probably the greatest game ever seen on FIFA 13 in the world of football, and it was a great privilege to be the manager on that day. And look at that table, we sit in 5th position, 61 points, but I tell you what, we're 7 points behind Arsenal and there's plenty of games. If we can get a good run of form going, we could be well and truly in there. We pick up the gameplay with Benzia knocking the ball into Casemiro. Casemiro settled in very well, plays a delightful ball through to John Guidetti. Guidetti utilising his pace, breaks into the box, slots the ball home in the bottom left hand corner after 9 minutes to make it West Ham 1, Everton 0, and we really do seem to like scoring against Everton. Great ball by Casemiro into John Guidetti. A great composure to slot that ball home. He really has settled in so well this season. Guidetti's played some magnificent football, and Casemiro, who we signed in the winter, is he's playing so well. And speaking of playing well, Tompkins there, absolute powerhouse, showing his form. We picked the play up with Filippo on the right hand side. He burst of pace past Leighton Baines as he does not exist. Feeds the ball into Guidetti. Guidetti goes for the top corner, and unfortunately the ball just goes high and wide. But that was an absolutely magnificent move, and I've got to say the referee needs to go to Specsavers, because I can't believe he booked Benzia for that. That's just ridiculous. The player fell over like a big freaking girl. We go in at half time, it's 1-0. We come out straight away for the second half. Well and truly up for it. Everton with the goal kick. A nice goal kick, but you're not going to get anywhere when you've got the tank at the back. A great header into John Guidetti. Guidetti spots Filippo's run, plays the ball through. Filippo's in the box. There's only one outcome. 2-0 to West Ham after 55 minutes, and I've got to say that was an absolutely world-class through ball by Guidetti. You know, a couple of touches and sticks it straight through. Fellaini with the miscontrol. Tank comes powering through to take the ball, feeds it into Benzia. Benzia with an unstoppable shot in the 67th minute to slot the ball home to make it 3-0 and really just add to Everton's woes. Considering we scored 4 in the FA Cup semi-final, I do apologise, not the FA Cup final, the FA Cup semi-final. That's 7 goals against Everton in the last 2 games, and really disappointed for the Everton fans. I'm sure they're not happy with their current form. But Jelavic has the ball for Everton in the centre of the park, knocks it out to the right-hand side, a great ball over the top, and that is a great finish by Osman. Can't take nothing away from him. The ball to the back post was absolutely magnificent, and I've got to say, Osman with a fantastic finish. But we picked the ball up with Benzia, showing some unbelievable silky skills. Fellaini's man marking him, but he makes him look a mug. Turns the ball into Casemiro. Casemiro from 20 yards sticks it in the top corner, and he truly does have not only a hammer, but an unbelievable ruddy sledgehammer for a right foot to make the score West Ham 4, Everton 1. And we're going to do a squad report. My boys are unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, look at Adrian. He is growing absolutely magnificently. He's really starting to come into his own now. Lukaku, I'm a little bit worried about. I'm struggling to finish with Lukaku. You know, he gets in on those one-on-ones and he doesn't seem to be able to finish as much as I'd like him to. I'm still confused about Dorian Jean. He's -1. It's a little bit annoying, but my God, Eduardo, +5, 72 rated at 17 years old, just shows that he's going to be absolutely world class. He is a phenomenal player. Benzia is playing so well. Hasn't really played that many games this season, which is a great shame. You know, he's come into the team. It's been very competitive when you've got the likes of Lukaku up front. You've got the likes of Jean Guidetti playing so well. As you can see, Filippo, thankfully signing that new contract, £60,000 a week the contract is, just in case anyone was wondering. And there is a vicious rumour circulating in the media that Barcelona are trying to put together another bid for Filippo, which will be very interesting because we did actually put into his contract a release clause, and if that's triggered, he will be going. But hopefully you won't have to find out what that release clause is because it is absolutely ridiculously huge. Casemiro has come in. He's played so well. He really has impressed me. His composure on the ball is unbelievable. His ability to drop off, see problems from an attacking perspective, drop off, just cover the defence is fantastic. Really is a cultured player. Gudetti is playing so well. Hopefully if he can force his way into be the #1 striker and play a lot more regularly, I can see him easily hitting 25-30 goals in a season. I'm a little bit disappointed with Tank. Tank's been back for a couple of games now, and his attacking position and vision, etc., is still minus. Same with Tompkins. Tompkins is actually growing, but he seems to be struggling. And as you can see, this is the game I forgot to record. Absolutely dipshit. What can I say? Absolutely dominated West Brom. We won 3-2. It was a very good game. Lukaku scored a great goal. Diarmi popped up with an absolutely sensational goal, a proper Diarmi goal. It was absolutely brilliant. Just knocked into the top corner. It was a great game actually. It was a great disappointment when I turned and looked and saw that I hadn't pressed record on my HD PVR2. I do apologise for that, but we have a very tough game. But thankfully, it's at home against Manchester United. And looking at the United team, I'm not really that worried about them. They're looking quite average. You know, Makeda, Welbeck up front, Ashley Young, you know, Kagawa, Cleverly, Valencia. You know, it's a solid team. But, you know, they've got Hernandez, Vidic and Nani on the bench. So when you've got the likes of Kagawa, Young, you can knock off the ball quite easily. You know, Cleverly's okay. But, you know, I think we've got more than enough in the centre of our park to destroy them, to be honest. And I don't think Tompkins nor the Tank will be worried about Makeda nor Welbeck. And look at that table. It is unbelievably, sensationally so close. We're on 67 points. We're just above Manchester United. And United come out just to make me eat my words. Ashley Young on the left-hand side feeds the ball into Makeda. We nearly cut it out, but Welbeck picks up the ball again. It goes back into Makeda. Makeda with the great shot, and oh my days, what a save from Jack Butland, who really is absolutely sensational. He really is fantastic. Filippo coming back there to do a CDM job is just magnificent and shows such great team spirit throughout the team as we knocked the ball around in just such a majestic fashion. There's even rumours that Barcelona are trying to pick up tips and tactics from the way we pass the ball around, because they are absolutely flabbergasted at how cultured the West Ham football is and has been for the last 3 seasons since I've taken over as manager. They are absolutely loving and adoring it. But that again is an unbelievable world-class save from Jack Butland. Unbelievable. But we picked the ball up with Rodriguez. Rodriguez feeds it into Filippo. Filippo into Benzir. Benzir into John Gudetti. Gudetti into Isco. The football is cultured. It is again like watching an absolute ballet. It's like watching Swan Lake. Filippo picks up the ball centre park, knocks it into Gudetti. Gudetti knocks it back into Filippo, and oh my days, that is probably one of the best goals I think West Ham has scored this season. The amount of passes, the movement, the culture was unbelievable, and Filippo, the current talisman of West Ham, slotting the ball home, it was just majestic. Great clearance there by Eduardo. The ball's picked up by Filippo. He majestically goes down the left-hand side. Gudetti, being aware of the offside trap, comes back, steps onside, collects the ball in the centre and majestically slots the ball home after 40 minutes to make it West Ham 2, Manchester United 0. And United at this moment in time are currently looking quite ordinary, to say the least. Looks like there's a little bit of arguing from the Manchester United players as they walk off between Valencia and one of his fellow teammates, which is not sort of thing you want to see as a manager, where our boys have got that nice little swagger. Eduardo in the centre of the park with the Samba swagger knocks the ball to Isco. Isco feeds the ball out to the right hand side. It's then knocked into Klein. Klein feeds it into Benzir. Benzir into Gudetti, and oh my god, Gudetti with an unbelievable ball back into Benzir. Benzir slots the ball home, but I've got to say the finish was absolutely world class by Benzir. But it was all about John Gudetti, who just seems to be raising his game at the right time. Are we peaking at just the right time? Because that was some great football. Manchester United come straight back. Welbeck with a ball into Kagawa. Great save by Butland, but Kagawa's there just to clear it up to slot home what I would say is a consolation goal. As the final whistle goes, West Ham 3, Manchester United 1. West Ham really at this moment in time are at the absolute top of their game, playing some unbelievably magnificent football, some real cultured football, and we have a tough game where we have to go to Fulham. We don't have the greatest of records against Fulham. They are a very good side. They're full of pace and power. And we started with Filippo in the centre of the park, trying some nice Italian skills. Perhaps he's picking up some tips from the Samba lads, Adrian and Eduardo and Casemiro. But Eduardo with the ball in centre of the park, he pulls the trigger. Great sliding tackle by the Fulham defender. Gets a deflection. Keeper takes it quite easily. But we apply the pressure to Fulham. But Fulham are playing some magnificent, silky football to clear their lines. A great ball over the top. But Tompkins just goes to show why he's in the England team and an England regular. As we go in at half-time, 0-0. Tompkins is really playing some magnificent football. And I feel at this current time we need to change it up because we're looking very, very ordinary. We're not showing any poise, any purpose. And we look like we need to raise the game. We need to go and get some goals. We need to get 3 points. It's the most important 3 points possibly we could get. But look at that ball into Casemiro. Casemiro knocks it into Zaha. Zaha into Lukaku. A great turn by Lukaku. And oh my days, he finishes with such composure. A great goal for Lukaku. He's found it hard all season to score goals. But that was a great goal. Absolutely great goal. But look at this again. Filippo doing a magnificent job in defence. Feeds the ball into Lukaku. Lukaku turns to the centre of the park. Feeds the ball into Zaha. Zaha breaks into the box. Looks to shape to shoot. Chips the ball back. And it's Casemiro with probably the easiest goal he will ever score on a football pitch, let alone in a West Ham United shirt. Corner for Fulham. Comes over. Goalkeeper's up. And that is an unbelievable diving header. Absolutely unbelievable diving header in the 87th minute. Surely a consolation. Surely West Ham will hold on. And yes, we do. Fulham 1, West Ham 2. That is an absolutely amazing scenario. How are we doing in the league? Well, that's how we're doing in the league. Unbelievable. 3 points off the top. Where will we finish? Who knows? Anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that episode. I hope you really have enjoyed this season, because the next time we will meet, it will be at Wembley. It will be at Wembley in the FA Cup final against Manchester City, who Man City are currently 5th in the table, 4 points off us, and it's going to be an almighty game. I can't wait to see you guys there. I hope you really, really did enjoy this episode, and I, of course, will catch you later.